Hey guys, we are going to be doing a math lesson today on multiplying and understanding an actual algorithm. You may have talked about multiplication as repeated addition or as partial products. Well, today I'm going to show you an algorithm that you can use, and hopefully I'll be able to give you some understanding as well. So let's look at this first problem, 54 times 3, and I went ahead and drew out an array of 54 3 times. And I'm going to show you the way that you may be familiar with, which is partial products. And so we know in partial products we can split an array into tens and ones. And then I'm going to look at just the ones. And I have 4 rows of 3, and 4 times 3 is 12. And then I'm going to look at my tens. I have 5 tens 3 times. 5 tens 3 times is 15 tens. 15 tens is the same as 150. Now that I have both of my partial products, I can add those two together to come up with my whole product. So 2 and 0 is 2, 1 and 5 is 6, 1 and nothing is 1. So hopefully you understand how to break apart arrays into tens and ones. I'm going to kind of take us to the next step right now, and I'm going to show us how we can take those arrays and use an actual algorithm with them. So here I have 54 times 3 again. I have the same array, I have the same number sentence, but I'm going to show you a way to use an algorithm. Now when we do the algorithm, we're going to still start with the ones, almost like we were starting with the ones in our array. So I'm going to look at that 4 times 3. I can think about it as the ones in the array, and I know that 4 times 3 is 12. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of those ones, because what I've just circled there are 10 ones. And I know that I could take those 10 ones and transfer them into a 10 rod. And I'm left with only 2 ones. So I'm going to put a 2 in the ones place, because that's the only ones that I have. I don't have 12 ones, I only have 2. What I did with that 10 is I actually brought it over here. So I'm going to carry a 10, because I had 1 10 in my ones. Then I'm going to multiply the 10 side of my array. So I can look at this side, and I can look right here. I can say 3 times 5, because I have 5 tens in 3 rows, would be 15 tens. Plus, I have this one down here. So I'm going to do, my 5 times 3 would give me 15 tens. Plus, I have one more. I would have 16 total tens. Well, 16 tens would be the same as 160, and then I had my 2 ones. So looking back at the partial products, I got the same answer, just through a different way. This way I use the algorithm. Let's look at another way we can use the algorithm. So here I have 32 times 7. I went ahead and drew the array again. So let's use purple. So I'm going to start in my ones again. I'm going to do that part of the array, 2 times 7. Well, I know that 2 times 7 is 14. And in 14, I could make a 10, and there are 4 ones. So there are only 4 ones, and I have a 10. I'm going to carry a 10 over here because I could transfer this and make it another 10. Now I'm going to look at my tens. I have 3 rows, not 3 rows, I'm sorry. I have 3 tens in 7 rows. Well, I know 3 times 7 is 21. I'd have 21 tens plus this one down here that I added. So I'm going to say that I have 21 tens plus the one more would give me 22. 22 tens is 220 plus the 4 ones that I already had. Let's look at one more example of how we can use the algorithm. This one I'm going to do without an array. If you still need the arrays, you are more than welcome to draw arrays. So here's an array for 86 times 4. So picture in your head what an array for 86 times 4 would look like. I would have 86 4 times. Now I'm going to start in the ones. So let's use a different color now. How about, I'm going to use blue. I don't think. So let's start with the ones. We have 6 times 4. Well, I know that if I had 4 rows of 6, that would be 24. And in 24, there are 4 ones and there are 2 tens. I'm going to carry my 2 tens to the tens column. Then I can multiply my tens. 4 tens times 8 tens is 32 tens. Plus, I would have had those 2 extra that I brought over from the 6 times 4. So 32 plus 2 would be 34 tens. Well, 34 tens is going to be the same as 340 plus those 4 ones that I had from earlier. So 86 times 4 is 344. We'll look at one more. I know I said one more, but good practice. Okay, let's do 63 times 7. Start in my ones. 7 and 3 is 21. In 21, there is 1 1 and 2 tens. I'm carrying my tens to the tens column. They needed to be added over there because they are not ones. Then I can look at my tens. If I had 6 tens 7 times, that's 42. Plus 2 more would give me 44. So 63 times 7 is going to be 441. Hopefully after watching this short video, you have some understanding of how you can use the algorithm to multiply, and you have a little bit of understanding as to why you're carrying numbers. Like I said, if you want to go back and draw the arrays, they're helpful to you, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, good luck.